All right, we're going to try to work some problems together. This first one, we're going to work together. Then every problem after that, we're going to go through and look at the important keywords in the problem, and you're going to pause the video and try to answer it on your own, and then play the video and see how you did. Okay, so this one says a partially eaten bag of grapes weighs 5/8 of a pound. The bag of grapes weighed 4 times this amount before any were eaten. What was the original weight of the bag of grapes? So we have 5/8 of a pound, and we know that it weighed 4 times this amount before any were eaten. So that's going to be 4 times 5/8. Now, we know that we can take this whole number and put it over 1 because turning that 4 into a unit fraction does not change the value at all, but it allows us to be able to get this formula of numerator times numerator over denominator times denominator. That's what we're trying to get. So 4 times 5 is going to give me 20, and 1 times 8 is going to give me 8, so 28. So now we need to start thinking, because that's an improper fraction, we need to start thinking how many 8s can I pull out, or 8 8s can I pull out of 28? So I know that if I pull out 8 8s, well, 20 minus 8 is going to give me 12. So I can pull out another 8 8s. 8 plus 8 is 16, so that leaves me with 4 8s left over. So 8 8s, 8 8s, 4 8s. So those are each going to be 1 whole plus 1 whole, plus the 4 8s is going to be 4 8s. 1 plus 1 is 2 and 4 8s. And if you'll realize, this 4 8s can be simplified into 1/2, so it's going to be 2 1/2. But I have to go back to the problem and think, okay, of a pound, so this is going to be pounds. So I can do pounds or LBS for pounds as well. Okay, so starting on this next one, I'm going to underline the key information, and then I'm going to tell you to pause the video. Leo painted for 2/3 of an hour each day on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. How long did Leo paint this week? Okay, notice he did not paint on Wednesday. They want to try to trick you here because they put Monday, Tuesday, and then they want your brain to fill in the gap and think that Wednesday is going to come next, but it does not. That's why I underlined Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. How many days is that? Well, that is 4 days. And we're going to need to multiply that by 2/3. Okay, so I want you to pause the video and try that. Okay, so here's how I would have solved this. So I would take 4 and put it over 1 to create that unit fraction. 4 times 2 is going to give me 8. 1 times 3 is going to give me 3, so 8/3. I can pull out 3/3 and another 3/3 because that give me 6/3, and then I have 2/3 left over. So 1 whole plus 1 whole plus 2/3 is going to equal 2 and 2/3. And we need to see hours. Don't forget to go back and look to see what is the label. We want to be efficient and precise with our work here. Okay. Next. This is Carmi biked 3/4 of a mile on Monday. On Tuesday, he biked 5 times that distance. The number of miles Carmi biked on Tuesday is between which 2 whole numbers? Okay, so we kind of have to do some work and then figure out what that's going to be. So on Tuesday, he biked 5 times that distance. So we're literally comparing, we're multiplying 5 times 3/4 here. So pause the video and get this problem a try. All right, so what I would do here is put 5 over 1, get that unit fraction. It does not change the value, but it gives us that numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. So 5 times 3 is going to give me 15. 1 times 4 is going to give me 4. So let's think about pulling out 4 4s. So 4 4s, another 4 4s. So that's 8. So there's 7 more. Okay, so I can pull out another 4 4s. 4 8 12. And that's going to leave me with 3 4s. So 1, 2, 3, and 3/4. 3 and 3/4. So 3 and 3/4 falls between which two whole numbers? That would be between 3 and 4. So that's going to be C. Okay. For time's sake, I'm not going to do part B. Let's continue on and see how many we can get in here. A choir concert lasts for 5, 6 of an hour. Their choir performed 3 concerts over the weekend. Find the number of hours the choir spent performing over the weekend. The answer is between which two whole numbers? Okay, this is just like the last one. So I'm going to set this up as 3 concerts times 5, 6 of an hour. So pause the video and try that one. Okay, we're going to make that unit fraction. Does not change the value whatsoever. 3 times 5 is 15. 1 times 6 is 6. If I pull out 6, 6, another 6, 6, so that's going to get me to 12, 6. 13, 14, 15, so that's going to be 3 more 6. So 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 3 more is 15, 6. So that gives us all that right there. So 1 whole plus 1 whole plus 3, 6. So my answer is going to be 2 and 3, 6, which hopefully you know that that is 2.5. 2.5 is going to fall between 2 and 3. Okay, on this next part, this is just kind of true or false. So I want to give you a second to go ahead and try those. Okay, so 3 over 1, 3 times 4 would be 12 over 6. I can pull out 6, 6 plus 6, 6. That is going to equal 2 wholes, so that is true. 2 over 1, 2 times 4 is 8. 1 times 5 is 5. 8 fifths is not going to be the same thing as 8 tenths. That is false. Is there any way that I can multiply 5 times 2 ninths and get 5 and 2 ninths? No. That would be addition. And then 2 times 3 is 6 over 7. And on this side, I would have 6 over 7. So 6 sevenths is equal to 6 sevenths. That is true. Okay, we'll see how many we can squeeze in here. Go ahead and try number 3 for me. All right, she wrote an expression that is a value of 15 fourths. Choose yes or no to tell whether each expression has a value of 15 fourths. This one's going to be 15 over 4, so that is a yes. This one's going to be 5 over 4, so that is a no. And then this one's going to be 15 over 4. That is a yes. Yes, no, yes. All right. Morgan bought 6 tomatoes that each weigh 1/4 of a pound. Russ bought 14 tomatoes that each weigh 1/8 of a pound. Whose tomatoes weigh more? Okay, so we have 2 separate things here going on. Morgan bought 6 tomatoes. I'm going to put Morgan on this side, and I'm going to put Russ on this side. 6 times 1/4, and then he is 14 times 1/8. Okay, so you need to solve both of these, and then whichever one is greater, then you need to write a comparison for that. Okay, go ahead and try that. Okay, 6 times 1 is 6. 1 times 4 is 4. 14 times 1 is 14. 1 times 8 is 8. Now, I can pull out 4 fourths, and I can pull out 2 fourths. So that's going to be equal to 1 and 1/2. And this one's going to be, I can also pull out 8 eighths, and then 14. That's going to give me 6 eighths. So 1 and 6 eighths, which would be equal to 1 and 3/4, or 1 and 1/2. So Morgan is less than Russ. Okay, let me check what time.